More than 4 months! Hey guys, welcome back to the Bald Shredder channel, and yes, you can see the box with the yellow tape here. So yeah, I'm talking about my latest and quite possibly my craziest experience getting a guitar from AliExpress. Now, before I take it out of the box and I tell you guys all the stuff that went down, it's quite a crazy story. If you could do me like a quick favor and just reach down and hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Thanks. So, was this guitar lost? Yes. Did I think I was ever gonna get it? No. Did I think it was gone for good? Oh yeah. I'm gonna give you all the details on that, but I want to pull it out of the box first because I don't want you guys to wait 10 minutes to see what the guitar looks like. So let's open it up and pull it out. Alright guys, here it is, and as you can see, yes, it is indeed a Super Strat. So this story begins several months back. One day, I'm on my phone, I'm browsing through AliExpress looking at the different guitars that are advertised and available, as I often do, and I come across this guitar listed for like $177. And what it was, guys, it was actually a copy of a guitar that Charvel made quite a while back. I think they called it the Dreamsicle or the Orange Sickle or something like that. And the original Charvel, as well as the guitar that they had in the picture on AliExpress, it was a little bit different than this. It had chrome hardware. Everything was the same, you know, pick up here, pick up, same orange sparkle paint, but everything was chrome, but I didn't want chrome. Also, I wanted a thin neck with the extra jumbo frets. So I sent a message to the seller and I said, hey, look, I'm interested in buying this guitar. I will buy this guitar if you can make a few modifications to it and still keep the same price. So what I wanted him to do, of course, was change all the hardware to black, but the big thing was I wanted a thin neck profile, and I gave him a specific measurement, like 20 millimeters at the first fret. I also wanted the biggest frets that he had, the extra jumbo frets, and the other thing was I didn't want the high gloss on the back of the neck, and I could see in the picture that it had high gloss, like a lot of their guitars do. So I asked the guy, can you make me like a new neck? You don't need to remake the body, just make me a new neck, you know, that's thinner, doesn't have the high gloss, put the extra jumbo frets on it, and still charge me the same price. I totally expected the guy to say, yeah, we can do that, but there's gonna be an upcharge for that. However, he did not. He said, yeah, no problem, we can make the neck like that, and still charge the same price, like $177. Now another thing, guys, I could see in their pictures that the headstock had the Charvel logo on it, because remember, it's a copy of a Charvel. So I asked the guy, like, don't put a logo. I said, I don't want the Charvel logo on it, I just want it to be kind of like a generic looking Super Strat. And he was like, yeah, fine, no problem. Then the waiting began, right? I gotta wait for them to make the new neck. It took a little longer than what he said. I had to extend it a couple of times, and then it was done, and he sent me some pictures of the finished guitar. Oh no. So the first set of pictures he sends me, I can see that it's got chrome hardware. When I told the guy I wanted the black hardware, and he's like, okay, yeah, no problem, we'll change it to black. So then like a week later, I get another message with some pictures, and like, okay, here you go, sir, we put the black hardware on there, all ready for you to approve it, but I could see on the very edge of one of the pictures that the guitar, the nut right here, it had a Floyd Rose nut on it. And he was like, oh yeah, sorry sir, we'll fix that, we'll take care of that. And then like another week later, I get some more pictures, and then it looked like this with the regular nut. Okay, so now finally, we're good to ship this thing out, right? So I'm watching the tracking, right? And I see that it goes to the distribution center, and then it's on the airplane, and then it goes across the Pacific Ocean, and then the next thing I know, it clears customs, it's at LAX, and then it went from there to like another post office, so now it's within the USPS system. That is the United States Postal Service. And I'm not that far from LA, so at this point I'm thinking, okay, in a few days, it's gonna be here, a week at the most. And after a couple of days, you know, it went to one post office, and then it went to like another post office, and it was getting closer. I would say it was within about 10 miles of where I'm at, and then poof, it just disappeared. So after like a week or so, and there was no update on the tracking, because it doesn't show in the tracking that it was lost or that it disappeared. It doesn't show that. It just has that last update in the tracking at the last post office that it was at, and then nothing else after that. So after more than a week, I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? It should have taken like 1 day to get from that post office to my nearest post office, but now it's been more than a week. And I'm messaging the seller, and he doesn't know what's going on. He's telling me to contact the post office, so I did that. So I had to go online and put in what's called like a missing mail request, and you put in the tracking number, you put in what it is, a description, any pictures if you have pictures. So I typed in there exactly what it was, where it was coming from, all the information that I had. And I'm thinking like, how hard is it gonna be to find this big yellow box? It's not like a little envelope that like fell through the crack or something. It's a big orange box or yellow box with that yellow tape with a guitar in it. How could it just poof, disappear? Well, nothing happened. I called and they tell me, well, the guy who sent it needs to do something. I'm like, well, I put in the missing mail request and that's what you guys told me to do, and now it's like nobody's doing anything. And it's just a couple more weeks go by, there's no word, I got no replies, no information, nothing. Again, like the guitar literally just disappeared. So at this point, now it's beyond what AliExpress predicted as like the deliver date, right? They give you a date when it should be delivered by. So it wasn't delivered by that date, and there's no updating in the tracking, so at that point I was able to request a refund. And they approved it, the seller approved it, he agreed or whatever, and I got a full refund, guys. I got every single penny back. And I thought, well, that's the end of it. Okay, it's the guitar is gone, I got my money back. I never expected to actually get the guitar. But then, literally 2 months after it disappeared, right? So this is like 4 months total, but 2 months after that last tracking, and then it went poof and it was gone, 2 months later, this thing shows up in Georgia.
One time, I rode in a truck all the way to Georgia.
Really?
Yeah, well, I mean, no. Actually, I rode in a truck all the way to my girlfriend's house.
What?
Her name was Georgia. I rode in the back of my mom's boyfriend's pickup.
Dude,
that was a bumpy ride.
I didn't even know you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, well, I mean, not anymore.
What happened?
She dumped me after 2 weeks because I wouldn't share my Slurpee with her.
Seriously?
Yeah, I was like, if you want some Slurpee, just get your own, because this one's mine.
And then what happened?
She was like, enjoy that Slurpee, loser, because that's the only thing you're getting, whatever that means. And then she walked out of that 7-Eleven and out of my life forever.
Well, that is quite the romantic story there, Metal Dude. But if you don't mind, I need to get back to talking about the guitar here.
Oh yeah, sorry dude, by all means.
Okay. Alright, so as I was saying, it shows up in Georgia 2 months later, and I get a message from the seller because he got some kind of notification that they found the guitar, it's at a post office in Georgia, and then he asks me if I still want it. And I was like, well, yeah, I still want it. And I have to say, guys, it turned out pretty cool. It's about what I expected, maybe even a little bit better than what I expected. But I am gonna have to do a few things to it to get it into like primo shredding condition. First of all, the back of the neck has no finish. That's what I requested because I want to finish it in tung oil. So I'm going to need to take the neck off and put tung oil on the back of the neck. I'm sure I'm going to need to clean up the frets, and then after I play it and check it, I may or may not need to do a fret leveling. I also plan to change the nut to a Tusk XL nut because this is just a really cheap plastic nut. And I'm gonna change both pickups. A nice high output humbucker for the bridge position, and then I've got like a hot rails style for the neck position. Now guys, after I finish the neck and I put new strings on it and I put the new pickups and the nut and I do a full setup on it, then I'm going to do the like part 2, I guess you could say, like the full review and actual demo of this guitar. Because it's really not in shred condition right now. The action is it's way too high. But I do know that people get mad when you do a guitar video and you don't even play the guitar, so I'm gonna play it a little bit for you guys, just for you guys, right now. Yikes. Yeah, I guess I'm definitely gonna need to level the frets on this one. Okay, so yeah, I can play it, but it's, you know, it's kind of uncomfortable and I can't play that great on it because like I said, the action is too high, the frets are a little bit grimy, and the pickups just don't sound that great. Alright guys, so that about does it for the unboxing of the AliExpress orange, sparkly, lost in Georgia electric guitar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hey Metal Dude, you want to do the demo on this in the next video?
Dude, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.